script like that, but you feel me? We finna knock this one out though. On New Year's Eve, in the first hours of 2009, Oscar Grant was shot in the back by a police officer, a BART police officer. Some of you are familiar with his movie, Fruitvale Station. His death brought waves of protest throughout the Bay Area. Cephas Johnson, Oscar's uncle, has been a leader in the fight for justice for Oscar and has traveled the country for fight for all injustices of police brutality, mass incarceration, and community violence. He is the founder of Love Not Blood campaign, and we're extremely lucky to have him here today. Please welcome Uncle Bobby.
And also, I need to always introduce my wife here, Beatrice. Everybody call her Auntie B.
Hi, Auntie B.
And as all of you hopefully know, I am affectionately called Uncle Bobby. I am the uncle of Oscar Grant. Oscar's mother, Wanda, is my baby sister. And Oscar was my very first nephew. So, let me say it like this. Students, faculty, friends, and families in here, families. You know, it is with deep honor and appreciation that you thought about me coming to speak and share some words with you. I do not take this lightly because I have opportunity to speak all around this country today, as well as internationally. But anytime I have the opportunity to share some words with you, I'm just extremely happy because I am clear, and I want to get this over to you, that we are at a state of emergency. Hear what I'm saying. The very foundation of this country is hemorrhaging on Black Lives Matter. And let's clarify, Black Lives Matter does not mean not all lives matter, but what we got to be clear and understand that all lives can't matter if Black lives don't matter. So, you know, today I even thought about some things. So I put down some things that I'd like to just kind of share with you. One of the most critical domestic issues today that we're dealing with is this racist criminal justice system. What we see happening all around this country and the failure to hold officers accountable and to be transparent is appalling. So my question is to you, if you think it is bad now, what will it be like when you begin to give birth and bring children into this world? In other words, I want to see my grandbabies and my great-grandchildren have real freedom, justice, and equality. This generation here is the best generation that we have produced. Your fearlessness and your leadership is going to take us to that promised land. So always keep in mind that this is not about me. It's not even about you. It is about these babies that you bring into this world. Because again, that question goes back out. If you think it's bad now, and you do not become involved in bringing about real freedom, justice, and equality, what kind of life will your children have? Think about it. What kind of life will your children have? It's so critical, because I can say it like this also. And this is for all the young men that are in here. Just ask Oscar Grant. Ask Tamir Rice, 12 years old. Or ask Andy Lopez up in Santa Rosa, 13 years old. Ask Eric Gardner. Ask them. And for my nieces in here, or the young ladies in here, you can ask Ayanna Jones, 7 years old. Or Katherine Johnson, 92 years old, a woman that could be your great-grandmother. Or Sandra Bland, Renisha McBride, Rakia Boyd. You can ask them what are they asking you to do. Listen, the dead can no longer speak on their behalf, on their own behalf. It is the responsibility of the living to speak on their behalf. We have an obligation for those that have left this earth in hopes that they can get some real freedom and justice, and they can no longer speak in hopes to get that it becomes your responsibility. In all our doing, in all our going forward, we must always remember this is always, always, always about the children. And we, as this new generation, has a responsibility to speak on the behalf so that their families and hopes can get justice. There is a major revolutionary activist that has said these words. Each generation must, out of relative obscurity, discover its mission, fulfill it, or portray it. In other words, your generation must, out of the unknown past or forgotten past, discover your mission, fulfill it, or portray it. This system can take my life tomorrow. My job is to let you know about your past and to help you never forget that Black lives matter, that all lives matter, but only all lives can matter if Black lives matter. Frederick Douglass said it like this: it is easier to build strong children than it is to repair broken men. But he also told me to tell you this, Frederick Douglass: if there is no struggle, there is no progress. You hear what the young man said? If there is no struggle, there's no progress. We gotta struggle. Will you speak for Ayanna Jones, 7 years old, or Tamir Rice, 12 years old, Katherine Johnson, 92 years old, or even Isadora Monroe, 107 years old? You know, will you speak for them?